So you guys were I'm hearing a lot of you guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that. And when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So, it's shorter. There you go. Crazy Cat Lady Gamer Reviewer or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use, educational, for education and entertainment purpose.
Hi everybody, Martha here. So today we're doing the Bad Batch Star Wars Season 1 review, since it did end a couple days ago. So this one's basically about the 5 clones are not like the others, surviving after the war ended, and basically how they able to get away from becoming part of the rebellion, because their chips did not activate during 626 attack when they killed all the Jedis. And so they were assigned to protect Caleb, one of the ghost members of the show. Of what was it? Rebels, and made them let him go, even though Crosshairs wanted to get him, because he knew that all good soldiers must follow orders, and we didn't see his master die. So they went back to Camino and meet up with Omega, which is the only female clone, and also, I guess, a sister to Boba. But for some reason, because we find out later, she doesn't age. Apparently, because she's technically older than these clones. So, only thing I could think of, because she watched them inside the embryo be born, and yet she's still a kid there and here. So I only can guess she doesn't age. A lot of people think she has Jedi, like she's able to like have like the Force. There's like no real proof yet of that yet. So they decided to leave because they're the only ones that are not affected. And then this is when Crosshair's code chip gets activated forcibly by them, and so he tries to kill them, and so they leave with Omega, and they try to let Omega have a actual kid life, but she doesn't want to leave her brothers, so she ends up going with them, where they just go work for person where they can get money by doing odd jobs, like saving people, saving stuff like that during the season. And a couple times they do bump into Crosshair, and they also have to go in, and Rex tells them to do a couple missions too, like go and find one of the future clones that survive, Gregory, and helps him get back to Rex. I find him. This is when Hunter gets captured by Crosshair because Crosshair was offered to go and get them because they were causing too much trouble by attacking by saving at least 2 governors from being taken over by by the rebelling by Empire by getting them out of there. But their country still gets taken over even though the leader is no longer there. And they wanted to stay there, but they couldn't. They're causing trouble. That way, they had to get rid of them. So Crosshair was allowed to go after them, so he used Hunter as bait to send them back to Camino. And we learned that Crosshair decided to have his chip removed, and so he decided to join Empire by choice. He did not choose that the chip. So all of them had their chips gone because Rex showed them how to get rid of their chips, like he did with Ahsoka, with his during the Code 666 attacks. So, and this is when the Empire decides to destroy Camino, since Camino is no longer useful to them, since they decided to have like regular people decide to join the Empire instead of clones. That way they choose to be on the bad guy's side instead of having them clones doing, since they serve their purpose, destroying most of the Jedi. So, and they decided to kill the only one they kept is one of the Camino's scientists, so they could have them work on what happens with in the sequel trilogy, when so can Palpatine come back. We have to reference that one, even though I don't know anybody who likes that plot line. But anyway, yes, Solly, I know. Solly doesn't like it either. Anyway, so Camino's getting destroyed, and all of them are stuck on there, and they have to work together to get out there, even though Crosshair doesn't like his brothers anymore, since they want to not be part of the war anymore, part of the Empire. So they get out of the way they came, basically, even though the water is about to... They're under water. And they get back to where they were, back on the ship, and this is when Crosshair decides to stay behind, because he still believes, even though the Empire basically just let you to die. They don't care about you. You're just a number to them. So this show is a lot like... The show's basically, to me, is a lot like the Ninja Turtles, because these characters are a lot like the Ninja Turtles. Because they all just basically one personality, just like they did. Like, Wrecker is basically Raphael. Tech is Donatello. Hunter is Leonardo. We don't have, sadly, no Mikey. I want to have a Mikey. I mean, we even got an April, and that's, I would say, Omega's April. And I would say Shredder is Crosshair, but I don't know who Echo would be, because he doesn't act like a goof off. He's just a lot like to me. He's like he's basically helps Tech with thinking stuff. So, but this show is pretty good, because it does like show that just because they're numbers does not mean that they can't make their own decisions. They are normal people. So, and it's nice to see like how some clones would get out of this, and we do see some of the other Rebels characters here too. We see Hera and Digger here, and her Chopper here too, because they help her get out off her planet too in the earlier episode too, and help her get away from it. So we do see like a little since this is technically before that show, we do get to see some of the characters who would be alive at this time. So that's pretty cool. So the season was pretty good. I'm gonna get it a 8 out of 10. What do you give it? What do you give it, Sully?
I give it overpaws.
So I'll see you guys later. Like, her, and subscribe, and bye bye.
May the force be with you.